find. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm in the Bronco right now. Actually, let me pause this and go back the other way. Alright, so yeah, I'm heading down to the pick apart. Actually, last night I was on their website and I saw a couple of Xterras, 2001 or 2002 Xterra. And what I want out there is the actual power steering gear. So if I can get that, I'm actually having issues with my power steering gear. Like when I turn one way, it makes like a weird noise or something. So, yeah, hopefully I can get one to, I'm gonna walk around the junkyard, at least take a look at the Xterras. I saw some other people on the classicbroncos.com website. They actually had did a conversion. It seemed to work okay, so, you know, versus the more warmer one is like $500, so I can do that one, I guess. But I guess I'd rather just do for like, I can do for like less than $100. Stoked. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me. I don't know if you can, but on my way. Alright, cool. Alright guys, here we are. Looking for an Xterra. This is a hybrid of some sort. So yeah, I know there's two here, at least on their website. They said they had two here. So I'm trying to find it here. Alright. This is interesting. This is an Isuzu Montero, and it actually has a outside power steering gear that mounts the outside of that frame again. And that's kind of what we're kind of looking for those old Broncos. But interesting though. So maybe that would work possibly. But all right. Hey guys, what's up? Score. So it looks like my job is getting a lot easier than I thought. Somebody's already cut this off, so I mean, at least I have really good access now, so that's perfect right there. So, fuck, I realized I forgot to bring my pickle fork separator. Alright, Alright, yeah, it looks pretty way buffer than the Montero one. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So that's I don't see any leaks around it, so that's good. It's a good sign. Alright, I'm gonna get this thing off there. Cool. Alright guys, that's the second Xterra in the junkyard, but obviously I might pick the easier one, which is already taken apart. Just wanted to compare to see which one was better, but there we go. Back here, so. Alright guys, there it is. Took me about 30 minutes to get it off. Pretty lucky. Alright. So I'm assuming this thing actually worked because it had collision side damage, so hopefully that means it was working when it was taken out. So, okay, cool. So take this, pay for it. Hopefully it's not too expensive. I mean, today's not really a deal day. Sometimes they have like coupon days where it's like half off and stuff, but I don't know. Hopefully it's not crazy. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see that receipt, but total was $72, $72.47. I probably didn't need the pitman arm, and I guess it charged you a core. That's ridiculous. They give you a bunch of like environmental fee and a bunch of other crap. But so if I would have come here on a day like a deal day, like on probably a couple weekends from now, next weekend, maybe I don't know, but I got like 40% off, so it could have been like $40. But here's what it is. Hey guys, it's back here second day. You're gonna hear me, I'm on the freeway, but I realized the steering shaft is different on that Xterra box. So I'm going back to the junkyard to get that the steering shaft. Maybe I can modify it, but also the pitman arm. Pitman arm. California, the big drivers don't even let you in. So yeah. So I'm also gonna look for a drop down pitman arm. It's like a weird 31.5 millimeter lower. I think it's called sector shaft, and it's like 10 spline space, 10 spline. So it's like 44 spline, I think, or 40 spline. But let's see if I can figure out something.
conversion kit or more. We're just trying to just get all the parts for this thing. So, alright, man.
Guys, here's another donor car that could possibly work. See how it's on the outside, and it's definitely power steering. It's looks like some kind of, I think it's a Nissan truck or something, maybe. Alright. I don't know. Alright. Alright. This is a Nissan Rodeo. Actually, I like the pitman arm. Well, it's not. No, it actually mounts from the top, so it's not great. Alright. Guys, I gotta get done with some of these projects, but okay, so this is gonna be pretty much the end of part one, just because I have to go find some other parts. So this is the power steering gear. One of the issues is that this is different. This threading is different than the what's it called? But I did actually go back and buy the shaft. Where is it at? So actually, I went back to pick apart a second time. I'm kind of bugged because I was actually looking at that. I was like, man, I should probably grab that. So this was only $6. So right now, I think I have somewhere like around $70 invest in this thing. And what is that? Okay, that's a notch. Okay, that's probably for this thing right here. But this is the actual original like U-joint, steering U-joint for this off this car. But okay, so it is keyed. That's the key right there. But okay, well, you get the idea. So I did go back and get that. I can modify that if I wanted to. But the main thing is really this thing right here. I mean, this doesn't drop down enough for my lift. This might work with a stock Bronco, but the issue is the what's it called? Like, I'm not sure the kind of joint they call it, but it's the greasable fitting, I guess. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but it comes down from the top, and on a Bronco you want it to come from the bottom. So it's tapered from the top. So some other guy in Classics Broncos was mentioning that, I forget the guy's screen name, but you can actually take a sector shaft out of a Cherokee. And actually, when I was there getting this thing, I actually looked at that. I just didn't have the right tools with me when I looked at that, and I was like, shit, I wish I would have. I didn't have a way to get this nut off. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a big enough device for a wrench or whatever. So I'm going to take a look at that, but and even the Grand Cherokee has a drop-down pitman arm, which then comes up from the bottom. So that would probably work, but like I said, I had to remove the sector shaft. Now, the Grand Cherokee steering, reason why that wouldn't work is because it's the opposite. It bolts to the inside of the frame rail, and the Bronco needs to bolt to the outside of the frame rail. So, and I measured these holes, and it seems like they'd almost line up with the stock. At least 2 or 3 of them would line up. You'd maybe have to drill a couple extra holes, but not there yet. But so I'm gonna go back to the pick apart and get the what's it called? The Grand Cherokee sector shaft, just the sector shaft and the pitman arm, and see if I can get it to fit in there. But I mean, if I can get it for pretty cheap, which I think I probably can. I mean, that would be. I mean, for less than $100, I could have a completely nice heavy-duty power steering gear, and this is not small, isn't it? This is a fairly looking heavy-duty power steering gear. So, so it seems like, I mean, there's no reason why it wouldn't work. But funny thing too is I already have a 442 box on the way. I bought it on eBay, and I'll show you that when I get it. But so I'm still going to complete this project just to have it and see if it actually works, because I already have the money. I can't take it back, so I might as well complete it to see if it's actually a viable option for an early Bronco. But yeah, I do actually have the 442 box coming in, and that's it's like out of a late 70s either Bronco or F-150, and then you take it apart and modify it with the worm gear to make it the opposite. So you take a 2-wheel drive truck and you kind of commingle the parts together, and you make a pretty heavy-duty box out of it. But I'll show you that once I get it in. So, but I'm still going to complete this project just because I'm just curious. So, okay, awesome. So, that's the end of this first video, and I'll be back probably in about a week or so. Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks tops to get the sector shaft. Maybe tomorrow. I might go get it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I might have some free time. So, alright, cool.